I don't like that you call yourself Null because you're not, okay? And we know who that cracker is, okay? So why don't you,
Yeah. No,
first of
no, yeah,
all,
no
okay, if you're gonna
disrespect.
emulate somebody, why don't you emulate at least a decent fucking person and not like a piece of shit, you know?
This is the lamest person ever. The lamest troll cracker.
Yeah,
Which
I
one
don't.
of you is
What's your goal,
Dansburst?
your cracker? Okay, why are you bigoted?
You can't even speak English, and I hate it.
Which one of you is Dansburst?
Yeah, Dansburst. Oh, which one of you Dansburst? No one
Dance
hears
bus,
Dansburst.
dance bus, dance bus. Cracker, cracker. I am a cracker, and I like to do cracker things.
Are they are they German or fucking? Are they German or fucking French?
I don't know the difference. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. I
Where the fuck is
that's
Dansburst?
cracker in
Yes.
cracker in cracker. So why do you have that profile picture and that username? Okay, why don't you make a first here? Do you want to make a persona with me? I'll get paint open. I'll draw you a persona. Do you want a persona?
No, no, don't waste your persona on him.
No, I
Make a
want to make this
persona.
cracker a persona. You already
No. Make a
what?
persona for Null as a peace offering.
I don't fucking care about Null, okay? He's a fucking cracker. This guy, okay, here's the thing about Null. I know Null's a cracker, but this guy, he might be a decent pony, okay? And I hate crackers, okay? But maybe this guy is having, some semblance of being of decency, okay? And maybe he's a good pony, okay? Right? German guy, okay? We're gonna give you a name, okay? So, what's your favorite letter of the alphabet? Hey, Peppermint, what's your favorite letter of the alphabet?
Hi
Quote unquote,
Peppermint.
Null.
Hi Peppermint. Hi Peppermint. Hey
Like-
Peppermint, I love you. Can I see your E6?
Nah,
Can I
not
see
right
your
now.
E6? Why not?
I don't feel like
Why
it.
not?
I don't think
Why
that's a
not?
real Null either. It's probably a
Yeah,
faker or
obviously it
something.
isn't,
Oh,
okay?
yeah.
And that's a
Well,
good
we
thing
thought
because
it
this
was
guy
real.
might
I
be a
was
little bit
fake.
cute. And okay, look, I believe
I mean, we
that
all know.
every
We
pony
all
has a
know
chance
from.
except for some people, okay? But this guy, we
We
don't
all
know
know
him.
that Null voice is like a femboy. Like if he was anybody else, it'd be like a cute femboy, like from
Yeah,
his
and
voice.
Noel is a little bit of a femboy, and
I think he's
that's
closeted.
cute.
You know.
He might
All
be a
right,
little
all right. We're
closeted,
talking about some pony
and
that isn't
that's
even
cute.
here. Not even
That's
here,
cute.
okay? Let's
Look
talk
at
about
him. He has
let's talk about fake
Noel
null.
looks
Okay, I
like
want
a
to
little.
talk about fake null, not the fucking real cracker, like really dumb, really evil, and fucking transphobic piece of shit. Let's talk about the good one, okay? And maybe good one. I don't know. He might be a crack. He probably is a cracker. Okay, we're going in with going into this. We know he's a little bit of a cracker because he joined here presumably from Cracker Farms. Okay, and now he's not even talking to us.
He's probably just recording it and is going to post it on Kiwifarms for some ass
I
pats.
don't know. I don't know if he's going to. I think that this guy might be a little bit of a lurker because Kiwifarms people, they're too scared to use Discord.
It's all ran by free groomers, and they're going to control the world.
They're gonna control the fucking world. I only use Elon Musk fucking X. Yeah, that's what they're like. So no, we want to make you a first. What do you think your name should be? Right now, I think that maybe your name can be Davey. Davey. This is your name because we're not going to call you Null because you're not Null, okay? Thank goodness. Thank atheist God, first of all. So you want a persona, right? What's your favorite call? Do you like being called Davey? We should. Are you here to debate Dansman or something?
He's way more knowledgeable on a lot of topics than I am.
Oh,
so.
Yeah, Dansman's a really good debater. He did really good on Hunter Avalon and fucking
Peppermint,
Cracker
Peppermint, how old are you?
23.
How are you 23 and have a Twitter account from 2011?
Have a what?
Twitter account from 2011.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
well,
Are we
that's
talking
because
about
I've been on the
roleplay
internet
age or
since-
real age? Because 23.
Real age.
I mean,
I've been on the
23,
internet since I was
older
like
than you.
7.
Oh, and I think his 7-year-old memes are really good. These are really funny.
Dude, there's a certain charm to them, to be honest.
You're here for the debate. Okay, I saw it. Davey's here for the debate. Fucking Dansman isn't even on right now.
He's probably sleeping. I think he's literally sleeping.
But honestly, I was counting on No Pony showing up anyway. I was thinking because
I thought No
the
Pony
only
was
fucking
gonna
guy, the only
Pony's
guy,
a boring
Davey,
cracker.
the only guy that shows up is this one fucking cracker.
And
Okay,
he
this
talks
one,
like
he talks like a. Look, he's
He's
talking
like a
about
dog with
8chan and
peanut
stuff.
butter in
Let's go on 8. Oh, let's go on 8. I don't want to go on 8chan.
Dude,
and
8chan
debate on
hasn't been a
8chan.
thing since like 2018.
Well, I didn't know
I'm
they
pretty
had
sure it's called
voice chat,
8kun
so I
now.
didn't know they had voice chat
Yeah.
on 8chan.
I don't even think they do. It's just like a fucking
So what
forums
was the
website.
idea?
That's all it is.
Anything
Who
but
knows?
Discord. Let's
Like-
debate on 8chan.
Why can't they just say like debate on Element or Matrix or whatever the hell they call it? Like,
Element.
at least
What's
that would be
Element?
understandable.
Wait, no,
Will
I
you
think
be
I've
my
heard of Element.
Valentine?
It's like a. Never mind. It's like a Discord.
Yeah,
Will you be my Valentine?
I think he's talking to you, Davey. You want to be
Will
Eggy's
you be my
Valentine?
silent time.
I don't fucking know.
I told you.
Well, I don't fucking know.
I cannot speak without milk and swallow my mouth.
I think you you might be more German than him, Eggcrust, you know? I really like your accent.
Schlägen Waben, Volkswagen.
Okay, that's not how they actually talk, though. That's just how Hitler talks.
Yeah, but that is how they talk. I've watched a lot of Nazi stuff. I was not watching it because I liked it. I was watching
you
it
like
to...
fucking Nazi stuff, you piece of shit? I thought you were Antifa. Okay, I knew it. You're John. Are we talking to John or Michael right now?
No, you're
Fuck
not
you,
talking
John.
to John or Michael.
I feel like we're talking to John.
Michael doesn't exist. It's Michelle.
Oh, fuck off. Since when did you go by Michelle?
I fucking
Look, I know
been
you're a
Michelle
girl. Yeah,
for
you are a
years.
girl. This is bullshit. Okay, you make me feel like
But
a bad
teenager
friend if
was
I've been
not
calling you
there all
Michael this
time.
whole fucking time.
Look what I said in general.
That's so fucking accurate. Antifers are fucking losers, not Antifas, not Antifers, you know, but anti-furries. They're like, all they want is hate in their fucking heart.
losers.
What?
Antifas are fucking losers.
Well, okay, you would think that because they beat you up in the street, okay?
So let me just go to my post, and I'm gonna show you all the available topics and only topics. So
Well, if he comes up with
list
his
of
own
topics.
fucking topic, but I don't know if he's going to. Maybe it's fine if he
Look,
comes up with his own topic.
this is the
That makes
topic
sense.
list. Well, okay, if you want to add an additional topic, you're welcome to do so, but it has to be coherent. Okay, playing Kitten Island on the morality of pedophilia in the nanny state. The morality of doxing and harassment orchestrated by the spoiled Kiwifarms of neurodivergent people, and the cowardice of my false bans for Dansburst and foster you not from Ponytown, but from Kiwifarms, which obviously I was referring to Kiwifarms because I'm talking about Joshua Moon being the one behind it, and obviously Joshua Moon is not an admin of Ponytown, so
Who's
he's
Joshua
from
Moon?
Ponytown. Well, he is the admin, and I found this through my research, that he is the head administrator of the Kiwifarms website. That's the reason why I'm asking him to actually represent his own site in the claims that he makes against me, the so-called lolcow.
Well, I mean, I'm okay going against Davey.
Well, okay, David, you could be a representative. You can be you're the supremum of the entire domain of the Kiwifarms region.
Yeah, they had a
This is
fucking
the
meeting.
supremum right
They had a
here.
meeting, and this is who they chose.
Okay, guys, who's our head Kiwi?
They don't even care about you guys. We just make fun of you on our thread, bro.
What, guys? Can I just take a pause here and just say just how pathetic this is? That they were 17 pages on me. And I'm coming before them right now.
They don't care about you, but they wrote 70 fucking pages about you. They wrote 70 pages in this fucking book.
They're playing it cool, like my fucking ex-girlfriend. He was like head over heels with me, and she doesn't even respond to my text. But that's go playing it cool, huh? Well, that's go playing it cool. Well, maybe you're not the one who's cool as a cucumber. You're the one who's the debate hasn't even started yet. You guys are already going to be worked up. And for what? I mean, it's not like you guys are going to be the logical ones here anyway. No. That's going to be me, and it's always been me because.
He said, look, Davey, I think you're wasting everybody's time because your debate subject, it sounds like your debate subject is, we don't care about you. Okay, so what's the debate?
What does
You
that?
don't care?
Are we supposed to debate with you on what your feelings are? Like, are you for real?
I just made YouTube videos and I don't care.
I got thousands of views and you don't care?
About that YouTube video. We just think it was fucking stupid, guys. I'm sorry, but that's just the truth.
Dude, I think you are a stupid
Really?
guy.
Well, I think you are stupid because we are just laugh at you and we don't care about you, even though we wrote an entire page on you and all your local friends. You are not of importance to us.
It's a really good impression.
No, it's not, because I wasn't retarded like them. Like, I actually spoke in complete sentences and said something understandable, which was completely unlike anything they say, by the way.
You say, like, partial sentences. That's all you say, Cracker.
Partial, because
okay, and then you say these racist things. You say these as a representative of Kiwifarms, you're representing fucking racism. okay? And you're not very smart. So what's that say about your race, Cracker? Okay, first of all, but actually, race doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're right. So why do you care so much about this? Why do you keep calling me a cracker, bro?
Okay, so what are we gonna debate about?
He's banned on Kiwifarms.
Finally, something actually substantive. Why? Why is I banned on Kiwifarms? So, coming from the Kiwi side, tell me why. Why do you think I should have been banned from Kiwifarms? Why?
Your ban reason was very clear. You are a pedophile.
No. Let me ask you something. Why am I a pedophile? Why?
You've been
Why?
banned
No,
because
what's the proof? No, tell me what is the proof right now? Tell me what is the proof? What is your evidential reason?
there's a post on the forum that gives 5 points to the fact that you are into weird shit, bro.
Okay, post in the chat right now. What are the points and the so-called evidence that I'm a pedophile? The topic that I'm debating is the morality of pedophilia, but I'm not a pedophile myself. I don't know if you understand this, but you can support minority rights without being a minority yourself. Why do you think so many white people are part of Black Lives Matter, huh? Do you think that someone is black just because they support Black Lives Matter?
Yeah.
No, well, that is a universal statement, and the way that you negate a universal statement is with an existential statement. And so all I need to do is to provide evidence for an existential statement that there exists at least one person who is not black, who is Black Lives Matter. And such a person would be, me! I'm not black, and I'm Black Lives Matter, so that's proof that it is wrong, that it is wrong. And I don't know what you're even gonna be able to say to that, because you got debunked.
Okay, so far it's been proved that, yeah, what are you gonna say about that?
Answer?
So you've been banned from Ponytown for speaking to minors. You've
No.
defended pedophiles in one of your videos and portrayed the evil pedophobes as CREDITZ Soyjak. Did it again on the 30th time and used the far less common term MAP. Only nonces used that word unironically. Doxed a minor, dated FT80, and are still in contact with me.
Okay,
and
this is
is,
actually a
I don't know
logical
what that means.
fallacy
FTT, what's that mean?
known as the shotgun argument, where you're saying way too many things. It's too fast. I can't process it all. So you can just go a little bit at a time.
Really pick one. Like, okay, I'm only going to talk about one of these, and if you want to talk about a different one, then let's talk about a different one. So, first of all, you're saying that I'm a pedophile because I used the word map. Frankly, I think that's just really silly. You're just using like a circumstantial evidential evidence. Like, that doesn't prove anything to be necessarily true about me. At most, you could make a probabilistic judgment off of that people who say map are more likely to be pedophiles, but I don't even believe that that's true. Because think about it like this: like, someone who says the N-word is more likely to be racist, and that doesn't mean that they're 100% racist. Like, if someone is using a term that's against a group, they're more likely to be someone who is not in that group. But it's possible that black people can say the N-word, which is a word against that group, even though they're in that group themselves. And in the same way, except in kind of the opposite way, I can use a term that's in support of the group of pedophiles, which has been unfairly, I believe, represented by society. I can use a group that portrays them in a positive light without being necessarily a member of that group myself. So your evidence is insufficient to declare that I must necessarily be a pedophile. Debunked.
It is only proving that you have very weird things to defend. Why do you defend pedophiles in your videos? Why do you defend
I defend
maps?
them because I have a logical argument to defend them. So do you want to know my argument in support of pedophilia? Do you want to know my argument?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So let me tell you my argument. My argument is that a relationship between a minor and an adult is not 100% inherently going to be harmful. You may argue that due to the lower maturity of the brain, it's going to be more likely to be harmful, in that someone may say that in that a minor may say, oh, I want to be in a relationship with an older person, and the older person says, I want to be in a relationship with the minor, but you may say that the minor's decision is wrong because he is not mature enough to make the decision. However, I think that because people are individuals, there exists at least one minor who is mature enough to make that decision. And so when you implement a law that says all minors cannot date people over a certain age, you are favoring the 99% and excluding the 1% who is mature enough. And that is a decision that goes against the individual in favor of the average. It's implemented on everyone. And I disagree with that decision because I don't believe that the state should be making decisions preemptively in favor of the average at the detriment of the extremes.
What do you mean by that?
Do you have a specific clarifying question?
I mean, why do you say that the adults can fucking date minors?
What? Minors? Well, I don't even understand your question. I don't understand what you're asking. Can you say it again, or can you phrase it more precisely?
You're saying adults
Yeah.
can date minors and minors can date adults.
Hang on.
Because
Okay, as
they,
the moderator, I would like to establish a rule for this debate. Real quick, we have to speak English and mostly use English words, okay? So everybody understands each other, okay?
Anyone ever heard of the Tower of Babel? That's what happens when we're not all speaking the same language.
That's a logical fallacy, bro.
Why? Why is it a fallacy? Why?
Ad hominem. Make fun of my accent instead of tackling the subject.
Okay, but you didn't even bring up the subject in the first place. And so we're trying to get you to speak in a way that allows you to enunciate a subject properly, but you're saying that we're focusing on the tone and voice instead of the substance when there is no substance to be seen as of yet because of your tone of voice. And so it is actually directly related. So please, can you fix the issue of your tone of voice, and then you can present your substantive argument, which we will respond to. Thank you very much.
Bro, the issue that I was getting at earlier is that it assumes that minors can date adults and adults can date minors.
Why can't they?
If they
Why?
consent, but
Well-
minors aren't smart enough to understand the intricacies of sex. Do you understand?
What's so intricate about sex? We teach sex in health class and watered down public schools. Sex is so simple to understand that even black people can do it in an inner city. And you're saying that black adults are
Okay, what
more
the fuck
mature
did
than...
you just say, you piece of
No,
shit?
no. Well, I'm saying the truth. I'm saying that even people who haven't had the education can understand what sex is because
okay.
it's literally the most natural part of being a human being that you don't even have to go to college or even a high school to know what sex is. So how can you claim that it's so intricate and nuanced when you don't need to learn anything? Math is nuanced, philosophy is nuanced, computer science is nuanced, but you're telling me that sex is nuanced? Well, what's the nuance of sex? You just go, I'm touching you, and you're telling me that's like a philosophical treatise? Are you being serious right now?
I don't disagree, but that's something you just understand as you grow up. 25 is when your brain stops growing up, so no, you understand sex perfectly, bro.
Are you telling me you need 100% of your brain power just to understand sex, the easiest thing that's so easy that even stupid people can do it? Why do you need 100% of your brain power to do sex? Why? Even animals can do sex. Are you telling me that animals have 100% brain power?
Wait until they are fucking adults to have sex.
But you're not explaining why. You're not explaining why you have to wait when it's so stupidly easy that anyone could do it. Even retards could do it. Even retards who don't know how to do anything, you can go,
Okay, point of privilege. Point of fucking privilege, Dansburst. Do not use that word in this debate.
Okay, well, fine. I'm not going to use that word because I know it's not conducive to the actual... I know that there are some people who have their own issues themselves, and I don't wish to castigate them, so I'm just going to say people without formal education, or people without reasoning skills, or maybe ADHD people, but I'm not going to use that derogatory term. Does that clarify, Foster?
Yeah.
Davey, what is your response? Why do you think you need to be smart just to have sex? Why?
You don't need to be smart to have sex. You just need to understand what it is, what it feels like. And that's something that is developed in your brain as you grow up.
Why is it developed in the brain as you grow up? If you're telling about knowing what it is, can't you just see it to know it? Like monkeys see, monkey do. Even monkeys can watch something and understand it. And when we have internet pornography, when people who are 12 years old can see porn on the internet every single day, you're telling me that they can't watch something and understand it by looking at it or by talking about it with other people online? Why? That's how you learn about anything. You watch it, you talk to other people about it, you look it up and ask questions about it. That's how you learn any subject in the world. And you're telling me that with a time when we have more information than ever before in the history of humanity, that we can't do that same method and process applying to sex? Why? Why is it different just for this one only thing out of all the possible things it could be? Why?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you were saying.
Okay. Well, let me repeat myself. If there's something that you don't know, if you don't know math, what do you do to learn math? You look it up, you watch videos of people doing it, You practice doing it by yourself. So for the sex, that could be like masturbating or something, or you go on, or you ask other people about it. So that could be like going into like a fanboy server on Discord or something, just so that you can ask questions and find out what it is. And if you want to know about the consequences of it, you watch it, you ask people, you talk to people, you practice with yourself. And it's the same way as learning math or philosophy. And if that works for every scale in the whole wide world, even children can learn complex math or philosophy. Again, depending on the individual, they will be able to do this to different degrees of effectiveness. But if this works for any skill, even very technically complex skills that require lots of intellectual maturity, why? Why can't someone just do the same process to learn about what is sex? Even a child, even a minor, you can say, oh, I'm going to look at videos of people having sex. I'm going to ask questions to other people who had sex before about what sex is like. I'm going to look on the internet about what sex is like. And this is even more easy to do because we live in the time of history where there's the most information on the internet than about sex that's freely available to anyone who knows how to type a word in a search engine. In a Google search engine, and you're telling me that typing a word into a search engine, that asking your friends, hey, what is sex like? You're telling me that that's too complex of a process for a child to undergo when we put them through 8 years of elementary and middle school? Are you telling me that they learned absolutely zero in those 8 years of how to do basic research and how to talk to people about things, which is not even academic anymore? That's just a human, basic, and natural skill of how do you talk to people to learn about something. What's your response to that?
I already told you it's because sex is something that develops with your brain, while mathematics is not something that develops with your brain. That's something you have to learn.
Explain the meaning of the term deadlock, and why does it apply only to sex? Why? What is your evidence? So do both of those. First, explain the meaning, and then tell me why does that only apply to sex and not anything else?
Because that's just how life works, bro. We grow up and then we find a mate and then that continues the life forward.
Well, define deadlocked.
This is actually
You said
fallacy
sex is
known as
deadlocked in the brain.
nature.
Yes, naturalistic fallacy. But first, define the term. What does it mean for something to be deadlocked in the brain? What is the definition of that? And how do you empirically verify whether something is deadlocked in the brain or not? Is sex the only thing that is deadlocked in the brain?
I'm pretty sure that yes.
Why? Just because your feelings are telling you this? Or do you have any evidence?
What about murder? Doesn't that deadlock the brain?
Testosterone, bro. You haven't heard of that at school? Testosterone, bro. We develop more of it as we grow up, bro. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's simple logic. It's
So you're
simple
saying-
biology.
You're saying that this biology is so simple. Well, let me give you a counterpoint. In the Middle Ages and all throughout history, people would be having kids. Females would be having kids as soon as 14 or 15 years old. And if they and you're saying that that's the way that it's always been, that people always have to wait until 18 or even 25 years old, which, do you know how ridiculous that is? How incredibly ridiculous that is for a caveman society with a life expectancy until the age of 35 or 40 to have their children wait. To have children until the age of 25 years old, and you're telling me that waiting until 18 or 25 was the natural way of doing it throughout all of history? Why? Why is it so natural if it's not true in actual history?
You realize that maps on pedophiles that want to have sex with children as young as 5, right?
So I believe it's severely and very improbable that a 5-year-old is going to give their free expression of indication of desire in regarding a sexual act.
But
I believe that it's very unlikely.
It's a non-zero chance, bro. It cannot, bro. That's the thing. We set those rules to protect children. You guys are grown as fucking adults. You guys are grown as adults, if you go after a 15-year-old that doesn't even understand exactly all the intricacies of sex.
What's so
That's
intricate about sex? Look,
I told you already, bro.
you never explained why sex was deadlocked in the brain. You said that sex was deadlocked in the brain because it was the natural way of doing things. And then I said that it was
Because
not
you
the
grew
natural
up,
way of doing
bro.
things because of the
You
caveman and the
developed-
Middle Ages. So you gave me a reason why sex was deadlocked in the brain, and then I debunked your reason, and now you're telling me all over again that sex is so intricate? Why? That doesn't make any sense at all.
Because you develop with time, bro.
Why?
It's
You never gave any evidence, and you evidence that you did give, I
You
debunked.
even admitted that children under the age of 12 cannot consent.
I never
because
admitted that.
They don't
When did I
have
say that?
developed brain, bro.
When
you
did I say
said
that children under the
I was
age of
more
12 can't consent?
than
When?
you, bro.
I believe that
You-
some children under the age of 12 can consent. I believe that they can. Which,
Oh, yeah?
what is the definition of consent? Are we talking about legal consent? Which legal consent is just about the way that the laws are currently. But we're talking
Yes,
about what
that's
the
to
law should
protect
be.
Children, bro. That's to protect children.
You're not responding to me. I'm saying, how are we defining consent?
Well, I think that every
abuse
pony
them.
here can
That's
agree
why.
that currently the law typically is that, you know, pedosexuality isn't allowed. We can all agree on that. That's how it is right now.
Yes, and so by definition, obviously, legally, children below the age of 18 cannot, in the legal sense, consent to sex. How does that prove anything? Because I'm talking about consent as the free indication of desire to do something. As in, do you freely wish to do something? And can a minor, below 12 years old even, believe and state truly, I wish to do so-and-so, and have that be the truest representation of their uncoerced desire? Yes, obviously, because that's how they make decisions. They decide. Either they're forced to do something, or they decide to do it themselves. Like, why do you think they choose to play video games? Because they say, I freely express to play this game instead of that game.
But the difference is the children wanna just get a stupid entertainment with video games, while sex is not something they exactly understand until their brain is 25.
Look it up to understand it. Can't they look it up to understand it the same way they can look it up to understand how to play a complex video game like Fortnite or like Fortnite or different technical skill video games like Trunker, CS:GO?
That's not what I'm
Do
saying
you play
there,
any of
bro.
those games, Dansburst? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Look, let's just let him speak, okay, Mr. Kiwi. So, what do you have to say about this?
Children cannot consent because there is a power dynamic. An adult understands sex
Power dynamic.
and wants to abuse the children, while the children doesn't understand
You're
exactly.
assuming that the adult wants to abuse the child. Why does the adult necessarily have to abuse the child? Why can't the adult love the child?
No, I don't understand
No,
the
why?
paradigm, man. We're not talking about like incest. Like, we're not talking about sex between a caregiver and the child. We're talking about sex between somebody else and the child. Let's not even.
Why
use
is there
the
a power
minor,
dynamic
okay?
just because someone is older? Is there a power dynamic when an 18-year-old has sex with a 60-year-old who is not related via family? Why is that not a power dynamic? Why is it only 18 and
Because
12
the
is a power
gap is
dynamic?
small. It is
What?
classroom age range. If you are 25 and your colleague is 24, that's perfectly fine because you are
I'm
both
saying
almost the same
18
age.
and 60. 18 and 60. Why is 18 and 60
That's
not a
legal.
power dynamic?
Legal in my country, bro. That's
Is
legal.
18 and 60 a power dynamic? Is there a power dynamic between 18 and 60? Yes or no?
Almost none. Almost none.
Why?
They are almost the same age, bro. They are
18
almost the
and
same
60. 6-0.
Oh.
6-0.
No, that's wrong. Sorry.
Okay, so what is their logical opinion on 18 and 60? So-called logical.
A 60 years old could just has a developed enough brain and are intelligent enough to abuse a person who is just 18, who doesn't exactly understand the world, doesn't understand the things around them.
What is there not to
That's
understand? What is so complicated that they wouldn't be able to understand it? I don't see. That it's not deadlocked in the brain?
Have you ever been 18 in your life? I didn't even understand how taxes work.
Taxes? Because you didn't look it up. But if you want to do an application on your own taxes, you're going to look it up before you engage in the activity yourself. You're going to do basic research to understand, which it's not even hard. It's not even hard. People who are 14-year-olds have run businesses and have learned what taxes are for themselves. Someone can do basic research.
You
What?
think normal people we'll do research on this stuff, bro.
I'm saying
Oh,
that we shouldn't make the law based off of silly ADHD people who don't do research before what they're doing. We shouldn't make the law just to safeguard ADHD people and keep everyone else held back and watered down just because some people are ADHD. Why are you making the law based off of ADHD people? Why?
It's to make the life better. I don't fucking care.
They're
that
holding back all the
99
competent
and
people.
1%. You are a minority, bro. You are a minority.
So you want to make everything illegal because of the people who don't know how to do research, and you're holding back all the people who do know how to do research. That's called making a stagnating society. Who, if you make the laws based off of the low end of the average, you're only going to get people. You're preventing people from shooting up, from doing things ahead of the curve, and that's how you make lower test scores. I'm trying to make things better. Why do you want to make things worse and even more dumbed down and targeted to ADHD?
Well, because older people tend to be too
What's a what?
sorry, but it's hard right now.
Okay, it seems like you're talk because they're pissing your pants and laughing all over yourself, which I know is probably a nervous laugh based off of fear. Based off of fear is what it's based off of, because you have not made one single logical argument in your entire session, this debate, and now you're laughing out of a so-called...
Finger on the fact that you're a pedophile and a zoophile, bro.
You're the one who's defending ADHD and trying to normalize ADHD in society based off of the laws. No wonder you can't read or formulate an actual argument. Why can't you formulate an argument? Why can't you formulate one? Why?
I formulated many.
And I debunked all of them.
Pointing out the fact that it's fucking weird, bro.
Oh, that is weird? That's your argument. That is weird. Are you against gay people just because you think that's weird?
You say that you've made some homophobic remarks in the thread.
Okay, well, I am not homophobic in policy. I think it's a little weird, but I'm not homophobic.
What do you think's weird?
Okay.
I don't think anything is weird. People can do what they want, okay?
Sorry,
Look,
I
I don't care.
wasn't
I don't care,
paying
Foster.
I wasn't
Having
paying
sex,
attention to the
with-
movie. I didn't know what you guys said.
Maybe I said homosexuality is weird, but I'm not against it.
Okay, what's wrong with being a little weird?
What? I didn't
We're all a
think
little
anything was
weird
wrong.
here,
I didn't
okay?
think anything should be illegal about being weird. It should not be illegal. Why do you want to fight about me with this Foster?
I'm not questioning your loyalties to Antifa. I'm not. I know you dance bad.
I've been on this since day one, Foster. I've been helping you with your channel since day one, and now you turn against me in the middle of my Kiwifarms live
Calm
debate.
down,
I'm trying to show
calm
this to the world. No. Calm down. You're the one who's attacking me and turning your back on me in the middle of my
No,
big moment. Let's calm down about that.
No, I was just asking about.
What?
I wasn't paying
You're
attention.
what?
I was
Okay, you
reading-
weren't paying
I was
attention,
reading
boy,
the
and now I
book.
told you.
I was reading the
Well,
fucking
okay, well,
God
okay,
Delusion.
well,
I was trying to read the fucking God Delusion. I wasn't paying attention. I was just asking a fucking question.
I thought you were the best candidate because of the audition you passed, and you're telling me that it was for what? For what? For nothing. For nothing, that's what.
Okay, well, let's just let this anger, kind of pass a little bit, and we could continue with the debate.
Why? Why do we need to dumb down the laws? And when you dumb down the laws, like you dumb down the test, you make people like the students dumber. Why do you want to do that?
What were you talking about, guys?
I said that even a child could do basic research about taxes to figure out taxes when they do their own taxes. Like, there are kids who have made their own businesses, and you're saying that the law should prevent kids from doing their own taxes because some kids don't do their own research. And what that does is it holds back the kids who do their own research, which is a completely doable thing for a child to do, especially with the modern internet. And so if you make it illegal for people to do that, then no one is going to want to do that. But if you make it legal for people to make their own choice, then there are going to be people who are inspired by that, who make better choices to learn more and to do more things. And so if you make the laws, if you raise the level of the laws, you raise the level of the people. If you dumb down the laws, you dumb down the people. So why do you want to dumb down the laws and dumb down the people about sex? Why do you want to keep them uninformed about sex just because that they're not allowed to do it?
That's a very good
I already
argument.
told you, it's a power dynamic, bro. It's
Power dynamic.
common sense, bro.
Well, let's talk about the power dynamic, because let's talk about the power dynamic first. Do you want sex between an 18-year-old and a 50-year-old to be legal or illegal?
Illegal.
Why? That's really radical, by the way. Why? Why should that be illegal?
Because the 50 years old could be grooming him, you know? Like,
Could be, but not necessarily.
younger people don't understand what they're getting into. We
Do
understand.
you believe that a child should be allowed? Do you believe that an 18-year-old should be allowed to make a business deal with a 50-year-old? Do you believe that it should be legal or illegal? That a novice 18-year-old should be legally allowed to make a business with a business deal with a 50-year-old? That be legal or illegal?
It's not gonna happen, but sure, it's not hurting anyone.
But according to your logic, what if the 50-year-old is manipulating or doing a Nigerian French email scam or doing like a scam with a house?
It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen.
Because of the, what? But we're speaking of,
that
you're
could
saying that the
very
law
easily
is, it could easily happen. There are lots of deals between people who are of different ages, and it's not just business deals, it's all kinds of internet transactions. Like, do you believe that an 18-year-old should be allowed to buy something from a 50-year-old? Isn't there a power dynamic there? If an 18-year-old wants to buy a house from a 50-year-old, so the 50-year-old who is selling the house, he has a lot more experience. He knows how to make a bad house look good. But that does not mean that it should be illegal for a 50-year-old to sell a house to an 18-year-old. It should be illegal for a 50-year-old to commit fraud against an 18-year-old. And if fraud is happening, then I do not support that. It should be illegal for a 50-year-old to abuse an 18-year-old. And if abuse is happening, I do not condone that. But it should not be illegal for a 50-year-old just to potentially sell a house to an 18-year-old. Because that is not necessarily fraud. You're making an argument about risk of fraud, but the crime has not happened yet. You don't want to preemptively make the law before the crime has happened, because that's called minority report. And so I don't want to make a minority report nanny state society. I want to make crimes illegal and make things that are not crimes in and of themselves legal. So it should be legal for the 50-year-old to do a business deal with an 18-year-old, and it should be legal for a 50-year-old to have a sexual encounter with an 18-year-old. What is your response?
The difference is that sex provides nothing and ours provide shelter. It provides shelter. So if it's not a scam...
Let's say it instead. Well, it's not a scam, but you're saying that there's a risk of harm. And my analogy is that if someone is making a deal, there is a risk of harm involved in any deal or transaction, be it via the risk of conning and fraud. So, for example, abuse in a relationship would be like conning or fraud in a business transaction. And you're saying that there is no value, but a business transaction is exchanging different forms of values. And a sexual encounter is nothing more than a mutually beneficial value transaction. Well, at least in the ideal case, mutually beneficial. I'm sorry, are you even understanding what I'm saying? Because I feel like I explained it very clearly.
Yes, I understand, but it doesn't make sense, bro.
Well, can you ask a clarifying question?
It's mutually beneficial, bro. He's saying this while
okay, mutually beneficial, like
a 5
sex
years
can
old,
be.
a 4 or 5 years old with a 70 years old.
Well, I'm saying
be a little young to enjoy
12
sex.
years old for now. Well, I'm saying that if both people enjoy it and the feeling from it, then and both come out of it having learned more and having felt good, then that's a positive. If they do everything safely, then it's
You do
positive.
not know what will happen until it happens.
That is true. It is possible that someone could get the deal, that someone could start having sex, and then they would not like it, and then they would say, I don't want to have sex anymore. And so when they say that, that's called retracting consent. And according to the law, an 18-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 5-year-old, it doesn't matter. If someone starts feeling uncomfortable, they say, let's stop having sex. I don't want to have sex anymore. And then the other person has to stop having sex with them. That's the way that consent works for any age, the retraction of consent. Why is it any different for minors? Why?
Because they are not the ones who choose. Again, the power dynamic. An adult just force them to do it against their will.
Force them? But what if the child says, hey, I want to have sex with you. Can you please have sex with me? Because I know that there are kids who say things like that to adults, uncoerced. And this is true that there are children who proposition for sex. Have you ever watched Watamote? The anime Watamote, where there's a girl who, her first year of high school, is the one who is propositioning male adults to have sex with her? And if you don't believe that could happen, just look at live. I'm giving you the evidence right here.
What's the anime called?
Watamote.
How do you spell that?
Like
Guacamole.
W-A
Guacamole.
no, it starts with a W,
Beep,
so
beep, burrito.
W-A-T-A-M-O-T-E.
Wait, can you type it? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, so that's my evidence right there.
Okay, so Davey, in the anime, the girl, she's under 18 years old, and she asks some pony who's older than her to have sex with her. So what do you think of that?
I say no to bestiality.
Oh, okay,
Not
so
so
you've
personal.
conceded this debate. This debate's over, okay? So Dansburst wins, okay? And now we're gonna talk about bestiality.
Can we talk about this now? What do you think
Okay.
about that, Davey?
Whatever.
Okay, so you concede, and I win this debate, but now let's go on to the next debate about why. Why should bestiality be illegal?
It's simple. Again, it has to do with consent, something you don't really understand.
Well, animals consent to sex with other animals all the time, and they do that through nonverbal communication like body language.
Between themselves, that's whatever, but again, there is the power dynamic with humans. And even some animals like to rape other animals that are different species.
Hold on, you're making an argument about a power dynamic, but I thought a power dynamic was one of the biggest appeals during sex. Women love power dynamics in sex. They fantasize about power dynamics. And you're telling me that if there's a power dynamic in a relationship, that it should be illegal? Why do you want to make women's fantasies illegal? Isn't that misogynistic of you? Why? Why are you being misogynistic?
You're fucking dense, bro.
Well, can you explain why I'm dense?
Well,
Why?
you know-
Why should power dynamics be illegal? Why? In a relationship. You're saying because there's a
Women
risk of
could go
harm.
to the police, bro. Women could just go to the police, and generally, it's understood that women are smart enough, intelligent enough, capable of speech, unlike those animals that.
So are minors.
Cool.
Everything that you're saying applies to females who are minors. I hope you realize that. That minors are capable enough to speak and to go to the police and to make reports on themselves, by themselves.
They don't necessarily know where to go, bro.
They can look it up, and they can look it up in the freaking internet. Like they can look it up. Like who should I talk to if I've been harassed? Every high school and middle school in the United States is talking about this, and the public health classes.
The United
Why?
States of Crackerness.
Yeah, even in the United States of America, so-called United, they talk about this in the health classes. And you're saying that a child wouldn't know because they have like a mental block around this? Like that doesn't make any sense. It's so easy.
Again, power dynamic. There could also be the adult that prevents the child from accessing resources. Have you ever been in a cult or something?
Minors or animals? Which one are we talking about? Are you talking about bestiality or pedophilia? Which one are you talking about?
Dansburst, we're talking about bestiality. You already conceded
Mom,
sexuality.
why are you talking about it? Mom, why?
Bro,
Why are you Mom?
object, bro. You went
Why?
from bestiality to
What? What do you want, Mom?
bro.
Do you have
I
philosophy,
don't
son?
care.
Hey, Mom, fine. What? Why? Fine.
Lunch.
Oh, okay, whatever you want, Mom. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.
Wow, Dance Man's fucking mom, man. It always ruins everything.